Brought to you by DK Audio.
DK Audio presents The Science of Sex, Every Question About Our Bodies Answered, by Kate Moyle. Read by Natalie Silverman. Disclaimer. The information in this book has been compiled by way of general guidance in relation to the specific subjects addressed. It is not a substitute and not to be relied on for medical, healthcare, pharmaceutical, or other professional advice on specific circumstances and in specific locations. Please consult your GP before starting, changing, or stopping any medical treatment. So far as the author is aware, the information given is correct and up to date as of March 2023. Practice, laws, and regulations all change, and the reader should obtain up-to-date professional advice on any such issues. The naming of any product, treatment, or organisation in this book does not imply endorsement by the author or publisher, nor does the omission of any such names indicate disapproval. The author and publisher disclaim, as far as the law allows, any liability arising directly or indirectly from the use or misuse of the information contained in this book. A note on gender identities. DK recognises all gender identities and acknowledges that the sex someone was assigned at birth based on their sexual organs may not align with their own gender identity. People may self-identify as any gender or no gender, including but not limited to that of a cis or trans woman, of a cis or trans man, or of a non-binary person. As gender language and its use in our society evolves, the scientific and medical communities continues to reassess their own phrasing. Most of the studies referred to in this book use women to describe people whose sex was assigned as female at birth, and men to describe people whose sex was assigned as male at birth.
Talking about sex. Sex is both simple and a conundrum. I've never met a person who didn't have a question about sex. One of the main parts of my job as a psychosexual therapist is to help people find the answers that are right for them. I've always been fascinated as to why the word sex evokes a certain reaction from people. A shift in body language, a change in the tone of voice. Conversations feel like they've turned a corner once the topic is brought up. Even in 2023, saying you're a psychosexual therapist raises eyebrows. Equally, I've wondered why so much of the focus of sex education is about the doing, when sex can't be detached from our psychology and emotions, even when it's with someone we're not emotionally attached to. Sex feels like an area where we're expected to be experts without the process of becoming one. Questioning, learning, trial, and error. Although a subjective experience, sex is also a skill to be learnt, but we don't have adequate teaching, leaving many worrying that they're somehow failing at sex. Having said all of this, we're in a time of huge change and development sexually. The sexual wellness industry is booming. New ventures are constantly launching with a focus on inclusivity rather than just heteronormative sex, to help people improve their sexual education, pleasure, confidence, and well-being. Products such as lubricants and sex toys have migrated from dark corners onto high street shelves, normalising sex alongside other areas of health and well-being. The funding and research being pumped into the industry are leading to developments that aim to improve sex for many. Sex is largely about our relationship with ourselves, much of which is rooted in our identity. Accordingly, this book uses inclusive terminology. Alongside the terms women and men, it refers to people with a vagina, vulva or clitoris, people with a penis, and those assigned female or male at birth, AFAB or AMAB, the language considered most inclusive at the time of writing. When quoting studies, we've adopted the language of the original research because many published studies don't specify further identifying information. This means it's not always clear exactly who is covered by a statistic, but we hope that the studies we've quoted still give an insight into a variety of experiences and opinions on sex. No book could fit in every question or have every answer about sex simply because human diversity means that one person could never talk about all there is to know. I see this subjectivity in my practice as each person I work with teaches me something new. Perhaps the most important thing to come out of reading this book will be to question yourself. What do you know about sex? Where did that come from? Does it enable you to fulfill your sexual potential? And if not, are you open to finding out how you can change your relationship with sex for the better?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?